Guys, I just want to make this quick, guys. I'm not test driving this thing here, the Yoga 4x4. I'm just going to give you two reasons. One, I can't find it. Two, it's just not worth it in my opinion. And from this point forward, guys, I will not be talking at the start of the video. I'll only tell you guys what I think at the end of the car testing and whatnot. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. I'll give it credit where it's due. The car doesn't have bad turning, but I still wouldn't recommend it. I just don't like the look of it. So, yeah. Car takes corners, brakes well actually, and the car's alright overall. But so you'd probably expect me to say go for it, but it just doesn't look good. I don't like cars that look like this. Only one in mind that I'm thinking of getting that looks similar to this. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so this is the Silvestra. I'm not really a huge fan of the look of this car, but actually, no, I can't give this car credit. It's not good at turning, and the braking would probably be horrible as well, to be honest. So I'm honestly going to say no to this car as well. But if you were to go for it, you can find it at Simeon's workshop. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Okay, guys, so I'm not really a huge fan of this car either. I know I haven't found a car that I like yet. Okay, this is the car. This is the Vapid Blade, and this guy isn't very fast. It's not very good on corners. I'm gonna give it that. I know I didn't crash once during this whole thing, but I still think this car has not very good turning, and I just I just gotta say no, guys. I just gotta say no. Not this one. Not ever. And apparently this is a civilian car too. I've just found it out. Anyway, so you might be able to find it on the streets. I really don't know, but I'm just gonna have to say no to this one as well. Sorry, guys. Still not a huge fan of this, guys. I'm not even going to say much. This car is not good on turning, it's not good on braking, and it doesn't look good. So I'm just going to move straight on to the next one. I really don't like the car, but if you want to know what the car is called, it's called the 190Z, and you can find it at Simeon's place. Okay, so this is the Pegassi Isky. Pretty sure that's what it's called, the Pegassi Isky. I'm not really a huge fan of this thing. I'm not gonna lie. It takes corners a bit weird. Okay, if you're going to turn, you're turning a little too. It turns you a little bit too hard. The braking, I don't know about the braking yet. Let's just quickly test that out real quick. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of this, guys. Don't get the Isky, but if you want it, I'm just saying if you guys want it, I'm not gonna get it. It's at the Simeon's place. Next, we're moving on to the Super Diamond. Okay, so this is the Super Diamond. Now, I've actually seen this car in real life and exactly how this thing looked too. Anyway, this can be found at Simeon's place. It is a sports classic car. No, it's a sedan. And to be honest with you guys, I'm not gonna lie. This thing doesn't have returning capabilities or the brakes or anything. And performance-wise, it's not good. But I actually like the look of this car. Okay, so for looks, I'd give it a yes. Performance is a no. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Okay, car turns well, brakes well, handles well, and yes, I would recommend it, and it looks well. Good, good, okay. Uh, I did something extremely dumb, okay? I bought another one of these cars, okay? I bought another one of these cars thinking I didn't have another one, so I bought this car thinking, oh, well, since I'm not going to be using the PS4 account anymore, I might as well just buy cars that I don't have on here, you know? Anyway, let's move on to the next one. And in case I haven't told you where it is, it's in a luxury place, and this car is called the Turismo Omiglio. Okay, so this is the newest car added to GT Online, the Canis Trimus. I'm going with that. I'm just rolling with that, but I'm, I was saying before I started recording this video, trimmer. It, you know, it's a reference. Editor. Anyway, this car's good. This car's really good. It can perform well around corners, brakes well, and handles well. But I want to see how it turns and performs off road. So I guess let's go test that out real quick, and then we'll test. It's pretty good off road, but let's see how it actually performs off road. Okay, so I know it says wrong way, but I know this car performs well, so I honestly recommend getting it. It's actually quite fast too for a car like this, so I wouldn't be surprised if a car like this could win off-road races. I'm not too sure about that, but you know, what are you gonna do? Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so the FMJ, it's a supercar and you can find it at the Ellis Car Meet. With the previous car we test drove the off-roader, you can find it at the luxury place. Yeah, and that's a new car added into the game. But this one's a nice vehicle. I like to drive this vehicle around, and I was honestly thinking this car could be worth it. I don't think you can do much to this car, but to be honest, do you really need to? I mean, the car looks good as it is. I like to look at the car personally. I think you could possibly just change the spoiler, maybe the skirts, and I think that's about it. I don't know if you could do anything with the bumpers. So yeah, I honestly, I like this car still, and I chose pink because because it wouldn't be a test in the test roads without it. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, this car may not have good turning when you're going fast speeds, but the car does still turn well. I know I did crash at the start, but honestly, it doesn't matter. I still think this car performs really well. It looks good, it handles well, and it turns well because um, it just can't take corners very well at high speeds, and that's. I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. I actually think this car is alright. This car looks good too. This car makes me think of the Pariah. I don't know why, but it just looks like the Pariah to me. But it's not the Pariah, but it looks like the Pariah a little bit. Maybe it's just the back. I don't know. But anyway, guys, let's move on to the final vehicle of the day. And in case I haven't said where you can find it, you can find this one at the LS Car Meet, and you can find the last one at the LS Car Meet. Similar situation to the last car. I may have crashed at the start with the high speed thing, but I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt because I still think this car performs pretty well. And I like the way it turns, like the way it handles, like the way it looks. Honestly, I don't actually think I own this car, so if you guys want me to upgrade this one as well, maybe I'll do it. And when I say I mean as well, I already have a car from that's new, and I'm going to upgrade for you guys, guaranteed. Anyway, yeah, the car looks good, performs well, and I would recommend this car. This is a really nice looking car to upgrade, and I honestly think this thing could protect you in some cases because it doesn't really show that much of the back window. Like, it's like a very small gap, and you probably won't get shot that much out of that, but you know, you're a pretty exposed sitting duck when you're looking at the sides, eh? Alright guys, remember to hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 700 subscribers by the end of the year, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.